Grab your cocktail shaker, kick back, and get ready for the big fat party. Greg and his band of unintelligibles are back, mixing, drinking, reviewing, and discussing Bloody Marys and all that goes with them. My Big Fat Bloody Mary podcast, where you'll never drink alone.
Welcome to episode 15, our special back-to-school edition of My Big Fat Bloody Mary podcast from Wisconsin's sunny West Coast. Why drink alone when you can drink with us?
What are you drinking? It's cloudy out.
Oh, well, at the moment, yes, but usually it's a little sunny. No, it's not. It's actually a joke, Brad. So before we get started, I have to shout out to the friends of My Big Fat Bloody Mary podcast because you guys have been sharing our episodes with all your friends, and then evidently they're sharing it with their friends.
They're reselling them.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
They're scalping these episodes. Fine with me. The end result is our last episode cracked over 5,000 downloads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
So yep.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that there's probably some new people listening that are kind of new to the podcast. So anyway, thank you very much for you guys that do that. When we drop these new episodes and then you go and share it, that really helps us out a lot. So a special thanks to you. Who are we? Well, I'm Greg, and I'm going to be your host. Special guest joining me today.
My Big Fat, it's fantastic to be here. I'm very excited. Something to do while I wait for the damn Lakers to start.
Awesome. And back from an extended, well, what are we calling it? Your team of lawyers prefer that we refer to it as a sabbatical?
A sabbatical.
Okay, yeah.
I'm Brad.
All right.
Welcome.
And I'm Erica.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we are missing Lynn a little bit today. I suggest maybe a moment of silence, and by silence I mean let's have a drink.
Wonderful idea.
In honor
Lynn.
of Lynn.
Why
Cheers.
I came here and she's didn't even bother showing up. Fantastic.
Right, just your luck.
I heard that the Joker scared her too much. She couldn't watch any of your other films.
Wow.
Well, that happens.
I wouldn't doubt it. So if you want to keep up with us, I mean, I know we talk fast, but if you listen fast, we don't have to slow down. You can find us on Facebook at My Big Fat Bloody Mary Podcast, and that's where we communicate the most, I would say. If you really wanted to stay up to the minute on our shenanigans, that's a good place. But we're also on the web, and that's where we put up our show notes, and we'll have links to some of the things that we're talking about and the articles we refer to. That's mybigfatbloodymary.com. Hit us up on Twitter at mybigfatbloodymary. We're also on Instagram, posting luscious, gorgeous photos, usually of cocktails. Big Fat Bloody Mary is our Instagram. And then on Snapchat, Big Papa, BIGPAPAAH. So, again, thanks for everyone who wrote a review on iTunes. We got a few new ones, both
Positive.
Three were positive, 5 stars. Thank you very much.
Excellent.
And last week, we reviewed Muddy Mary, Bloody Mary Mud, which was really a good product. We got some really good marks. Interesting. It was a thick concentrate that you added to tomato juice. And they offered a prize giveaway of 100 Bloody Marys. So all of the folks that shared and wrote reviews got entered, and we chose the winner, and that winner is Matt Updike. Yeah, from Arizona. So Matt, hit us up with your mailing address, and we'll get that shipped out to you. And Lynn sang I Want You. I've listened to that I don't know how many times. One time, but but that was last week, and we got to move on. We're going to get our drink on, and that drink is going to be, in this back-to-school edition, Tabasco brand tomato cocktail, Bloody Mary mix. So we're going to give that a shot. We're also offering another prize this week. The folks at Tabasco didn't have a prize, but we're going to give out some of our stickers. So to 5 lucky people who share or write a review. I'll send you out half a dozen of these attractive vinyl It's 9 a.m. Somewhere stickers. And filling in for Lynn, Erica has bravely offered to step in and sing.
I have.
Yeah.
And I just realized that my song choice does fit the theme of back to school.
Ooh.
Oh, don't pretend it was an accident. You're a pro. I
It
know.
reminds me of freshman year of college at UW-Madison.
Yeah.
Yep.
It reminds me of when I turned 48.
No, you weren't that old.
Okay.
Close.
We'll also go over in the news, and these are a couple items that I think are timely for this back to school edition. And Erica, do you have some obscure profanity as
I
well?
found 4 good obscure profanities.
Excellent, excellent. And then we're going to give our ratings to this Tabasco tomato cocktail Bloody Mary mix. So let's, wait a minute. I have an exciting announcement that I almost forgot to make.
Whoa.
Yeah. UV Vodka has thrown down a challenge to me personally. They sent us a case of vodka. Thank you very much, UV Vodka.
Thank you.
In various flavors, and I am challenged with coming up with a unique Bloody Mary recipe for each. So next week, all of this week, I'm going to be working on these recipes, and then I'm going to make them up and have you guys rate them. So that's the challenge. I'm pretty excited. I'm not going to back down from it.
So you're not going to be sober this week?
Hell no. Why should I this week?
He never is.
Right?
It's a day that ends in Y, right?
Exactly. Well, so why don't we start drinking?
Enough of the garnish. Let's get to the drink.
Great idea.
Let's start pouring. All right. Thank you, Erica, for pouring those.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. Take a look at how it looks. You guys have any first impressions of the mix?
Color is weird.
Color is a little odd. It's a pretty bright kind of red
Right,
color.
there are no real particulate matters inside of it. You know,
Yeah.
no pepper, no
Yeah,
horseradish.
no little chunks floating
Yeah.
around.
Looks like someone put ice in my tomato soup, actually. I like croutons, and you put fucking ice in it. Fantastic.
My bad, Jack. Sorry.
Hey, wait, I
You're
don't want
already
to.
testy.
I don't want to piss Jack off anymore. We have neglected one important component of a Wisconsin Bloody Mary.
The chaser.
The damn chaser. Let's get it on. For some of our new listeners that are from around the country and even around the world, we had about 300 or 400 from the UK. We had a few dozen from Australia.
We've got them come to their senses across the big pond there.
Yeah, they're starting to see the bloody light. But a lot of folks from other parts of the country and certainly the world don't even know what a beer chaser is. And so it's kind of a mission of mine to introduce the world to the concept. It's you take a nice cold beer and you chase that Bloody Mary with it. I highly recommend it if you haven't tried it. So yeah, the mix I think it just sort of looks like red juice, I guess.
It's tomato juice.
Yeah, it's rather
It's a marinara sauce.
unremarkable. I'm gonna
It's
give it
quite
a taste.
unremarkable. It's highly salty. Can I just read this? In 1 cup of it, which is 8 ounces, 1,380 milligrams of sodium. That's 58% of your daily value.
Oh my God.
So we're taken care of for a while.
Yeah, my blood pressure's getting higher. Wow, that's a lot of salt.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I can't say I love this one right off the bat.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Do
Here's
you
one thing.
do you want mine, Greg?
Hey, remember what Ernest Hemingway said in his famous recipe in the New Yorker? If it lacks character, add vodka. That would
I'm
be.
not going to do that.
But
my
I don't
advice
think that
too.
would do it.
No.
You know, it's kind of weird though. Tabasco. What do you think of?
Hot.
Hot pepper sauce.
And it's not hot.
This isn't hot at all.
This is the mildly seasoned.
I'll
It still isn't even mild.
No, it's not. It's not hot at all.
Yeah, I am thinking of Campbell's tomato soup a little bit right now.
Tabasco is the last ingredient.
Well,
It is. Well, that's good. It made the cut and got in their mix.
Yep.
Okay,
Hey.
so let's just give it a little time here. Let's
Yeah,
just keep
no, we
sipping
don't
away, and
we
we'll
don't want
see.
to make a snap judgment.
No.
Well,
doesn't
I can
happen
make
around
a
here.
Snap judgment. It's horseshit.
You've had
I'd
better.
rather squirt ketchup in my mouth and chase it down with a tablespoon of sea salt.
That actually kind of put you in the neighborhood of what it tasted like to me. Oh my God. Well, maybe while we enjoy this mix,
Cup of sodium.
yeah. Good God, yeah.
Ooh, holy crap.
I feel like I've got beef jerky on my tongue. So Lynn isn't here, and so she's not able to sing the song that we all listen for. But Erica, you thought you'd take your a stab at this, huh? You wanna?
I'm a really good singer.
I know. All right. Well, let's.
You better be today.
Yeah, you better have your A game on. I mean, I wouldn't want to follow Lynn as a performer. God bless you. So, what have you chosen? What song are you going to do?
Well, like I said before, I chose a song that reminded me of freshman year at UW-Madison, and that is Remix to Ignition by R. Kelly.
Remix to Ignition by R. Kelly.
Sassy.
Enough of that. Now, on to this.
Go ahead on, break them off with a little preview to the remix. Now, I'm not trying to be rude, but hey, pretty girl, I'm feeling you. The way you do the things you do reminds me of Lexus Coupe. That's why I'm up in your grill, trying to get you to the hotel. You must be a football coach, the way you got me playing the field. So give me that toot-toot, let me hear that beep-beep. Running her hands through my fro, bouncing on 24s. While they saying on the radio, he's the Ricks to ignition, popping fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that body, got every man in here wishing, sipping on coke and rum. I'm like, so what? I'm drunk. It's a freaking weekend, baby, about to have me some fun. Bounce, 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 bounce. Come on. Now it's like murder, she wrote. Once they get you out of them clothes, privacy's on the door, but still I can hear you screaming more. Girl, I'm feeling what you're feeling. No more hoping and wishing. I'm about to take my key and stick it in the ignition. So give me my toot-toot. Let me hear ya beep beep. Running my hands through my fro, bouncing on 24s while they saying on the radio, it's a mix to ignition, popping fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that body, every man in here wishing, sipping on coke and rum. I'm like, so what? I'm drunk. It's a freaking weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun. Crystal popping in my stretch navigator. We got food everywhere, as if the party was catered. We got fellas to my left, honey's on my right. Bring them all together, we got drunken all night. After the show, and then after the party.
Yeah.
You go, girl.
Around that, you gotta.
You're holding back.
Take
Don't
it to
hold
your
back.
room. Can I get a toot-toot? Can I get a beep-beep? Running her hands through my fro, bouncing on 24s while they're saying on the radio, here's the remix to ignition. It's hot out of the kitchen, mama rolling that body, got every man in here wishing, sipping on coke and rum. I'm like, so what? I'm drunk. It's a freaking weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun.
You know, God, you might have Lynn a little worried about her job with that one. I don't,
Yeah,
you
right.
know, wow. Thank you.
Well, if you're an alum of UW-Madison, you probably could identify with that song.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Well, I had, and I don't, maybe I just have a dirty mind, but when she said something about putting the key in the ignition, I wondered if maybe that wasn't a euphemism or something.
No, that whole song is not a euphemism.
Ultimate sassy.
Yeah, there goes our PG rating, that song. Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm impressed. I really am.
Yeah. Well, and I think what the listeners missed out a little bit, it was just how much hand gestures and body movements were going along with that song.
Yes.
I don't know
She
that they can
was
appreciate.
in the groove.
She
in
was
the groove.
feeling it. Yeah, she was almost more like a conduit through which the song was coming.
I just remember all that twerking we were doing before twerking was a thing.
Yeah.
Twerking?
Yeah.
Is that the right term?
It is.
The twerk.
dancing.
The
like
twerk.
that.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Here, once again, is a moment where podcasts fail to really shine a light on the magic that is happening as Brad pumps his chest out and in an attempt to twerk.
And we're digressing again.
Like it's our job. Man, I'm really enjoying this beer chaser today.
Me too. Me too.
Never have I appreciated an icy cold brew as much as I have after a
Cup of sodium.
the salt bomb. Who was it? Was it John Aquino? Oh God, I got to shout out to John. We had our last jar of natural blonde last night. People come along and we have gold. That stuff is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was his term though. He didn't want to make a salt bomb.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Well, we know who does.
We're missing that mix today. Maybe it'll grow on us though, Hey, let's talk about the news.
Like fungus.
Right?
Yum.
So it's back to school for college kids and high schoolers and grade schoolers alike. And there's parents all over jumping for joy. And some of them are looking for their checkbooks and all of the things that go with that. But certainly the kids heading back to college are probably looking for new and different fun ways to inject alcohol into their bloodstreams.
And we can help.
And Jack, I understand you came upon a few popular games and that were rated.
I do have a list of the best drinking games. I'm not going to go through all of them because it's massive. Okay, so I'm just going to start with a couple of highlights. Now, you heard of beer pong. It's got too much equipment. Forget that. A pool table, ping pong balls. It's messy. This game I like here is called Avalanche. And all you need is a dice and a damn glass, all right? You don't need a lot of prep on this one. And all the person does, you have your drink in front of you, preferably not this goddamn Tabasco Bloody Mary. That's for damn. But you have your drink in front of you, and the player, you roll the dice. If you get a 1, you do absolutely nothing, and you pass the dice. The next player, if you get a 2, the player adds more alcohol to the game glass and then passes it.
Oh, I see.
To
I
the
see the
next slide.
avalanche coming.
How have I never played this
Absolutely. And
before?
then if you roll 3, the player must drink the contents of the game glass. If the player rolls a 4, he yells 4, and everyone must point downward or drop to the ground. Whoever is the last or fails to do it has to drink. If you roll a 5, the player can make anyone drink the glass. Careful if you're playing this game with Bill Cosby, by the way. If you roll a 6, it's whenever someone rolls a 1, however, well, I don't know what the hell this says. Anyway, you can look that one up.
the idea.
Avalanche. And kids, listen, don't play these at home, all right? Play them the night
At college.
you get dropped off. Absolutely.
Yeah, play them in your dorm.
All right. We'll do one more. Buffalo Club.
The
It
Buffalo
says here,
Club.
It's not really a drinking game, but it's a game that never ends. Kind of like Happy Hour here. It just keeps going. I don't know what the hell this is. Every time you take a drink, you have to be holding it in your left hand. And if you drink in your right hand without... This is ridiculous.
Who comes up with this shit?
I have no idea.
College kids.
Just play the goddamn
Just read the
Avalanche game
read
and
Flip
have
Cup.
fun.
Read Flip Cup. That one's straightforward.
Flip Cup? Oh, I think I've played that one. That's the one where, yeah.
You played that at Lori's house.
Yeah, I remember the first part of it.
Here's an easy one. Drunk Jenga.
That's my favorite.
All you do is play Jenga and you get drunk. That's
It's
it.
like-
Those are the rules.
Does it have to be the large version of Jenga?
It can be any size Jenga you want.
I love the elegance and the simplicity of that particular game.
Simple the better.
I've always kind of likened Erica's drinking to a game of Jenga in which each drink is like one piece of the Jenga. You never know which is the one that is going to
Gonna just make me fall off my bicycle.
leave everything crashing to the ground. Oh, well, thank you, Jack, for sharing those. And I'm gonna actually post all 10 of those on the show notes on the website. So if you want to go to mybigfatbloodymary.com, you can find them there. We had another piece of news that I found pretty interesting. Or Brad, you dug one up. What's this thing about, this gadget?
It's a new invention. Are you familiar with the Keurig? You know, the one cup. You know, you put the little thing in there and it makes one cup of coffee.
The environmentalists are all up in arms about those, aren't they? Because they have the little packages.
Yeah,
they
it's
come
so
in.
wasteful.
Yeah, I know those things.
But
Sure.
the thing is, they're going to mellow out because you can refill those, I think, and reuse them.
Aren't they
So-
plastic though?
Yes.
Does hot water run through that? I bet or not.
It's fine. It's fine. But there's a Keurig for cocktails.
Fine.
And, it looks like a normal. It's a little larger than a normal Keurig because it's storing more beverage material here.
Yeah.
But it's called the Somabar, Somabar, or Somabar. And these guys who started launched this product, they raised more than $300,000. They were hoping for $50K, and on Kickstarter, people kicked in $300K. So the machine operates, Jack, you'll love this, via Wi-Fi. You're right up on that, and an app that you download on your smartphone.
What the hell?
So you just connect up via Wi-Fi in your app, and the pods, you know, we were talking about before, those are reusable. So you just put your choice of liquor in there, and then you press start, and in a few seconds you have your perfectly proportioned, hassle-free drink.
Wow.
Whoa.
So I wonder what Russell Davis would think of such an abomination. Maybe we could have like a John Henry thing where he would go against this god-awful machine in a test of...
See, I don't think this is going to replace the human. I think this is what you want first thing in the morning. Even at the nighttime, you're still going to go out to the bars and you're going to need a human being to a mixologist.
Like before you've had your coffee, but you need a drink.
Absolutely.
It's like a
Saturday,
go-to.
Sunday morning kind of thing.
Yeah, those Mondays that are always hard.
Yeah.
Or that Tuesday where it isn't quite hump day yet, and you need a
This is what you
hump
do.
day. Hello. Yeah.
Duh.
So...
So
Cool.
custom drinks at the push of a button on your phone.
Wow.
Who would have thought?
It's a brave new world.
The
People are
Keurig
so
for
lazy.
cocktails.
Yeah. Well, I'll put a link to that product on the website too, so people can take a look at that. I saw a picture of it. It's pretty interesting.
It is.
Looks like
It's-
something off of Star Trek.
It's very cool, and the price tag $429.
I would think it would pay for itself over time, though, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah.
I'm not sure how, but I usually say that when I buy something foolish.
Well, do the math. Price tag $429, but when two mixed drinks can be upwards of $15 at any bar in a metro area, I don't know what
La Crosse,
metro
but-
area they're
Yeah,
talking
that-
about because not in La Crosse, Wisconsin, but you start saving money quite quickly.
Yeah. Well, see, there you go.
And you can pre-order in 6 different colors. Machines are in the process of being manufactured right now, so it's not available yet, but it will be soon.
We should start a Kickstarter program just to fund like our next episode. I love hearing those stories. Well, they were hoping to make 10,000 and they ended up with 3 million.
Yeah.
But I suppose you have to deliver something at the end, though, don't you?
Right, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Some sort of product.
Son of a...
Yeah.
Hey, Erica, do you have any of that obscure profanity that people are so hungry for?
You betcha.
Is there any sodium with it?
God, right?
No.
It's just terrible. It's
I
horrible.
did not write the names. The word
I've had better
salt
Bloody
down at
Marys
all.
in jail.
And he's never even been to jail.
I have.
Oh, okay.
Not a lot.
I remember that story. Okay.
Moving right along.
Twin tone.
A twin
Tone.
tone.
I've done that.
Good, Jack. An abrupt, wet-sounding fart, which changes tone suddenly as the sphincter muscle acts to counter the imminent danger of follow-through.
Follow through not being a good thing.
I'm glad you
Actually,
owned up
mine
to that
was
one.
more twin aerobic instructors. But,
Okay.
Heyo.
I could see the confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the imagery to one of those things is quite nice. The other, very disturbing. The description of the sphincter kicking in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want to.
When you throw the word sphincter in
Can
there.
I unhear
Sphincter.
Yeah.
that? Oofda. You got any more?
Yes. Lardvark.
Lardvark.
I have not done that.
Okay. It's a noun. I hope not. Okay.
Well, maybe.
A human, diminutive yet rotund stature, usually with limbs much smaller than the ratio their size would imply as natural. Likeness seen best when they are leaning over everyone's plate at dinner with their stubby arms propped on the table.
I'm thinking of Newman from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
He seems like a Lardvark.
Yeah, well, maybe I have done that. I don't know. When we were filming Easy Rider, we were pretty messed up. So.
The mescaline
Possible.
kicks in. The next thing you know, you wake up next to a Lardvark. God.
You're better than that, Jack.
That's my favorite one so far.
Yeah, I know. Hubba blubbering.
Hubba blubbering.
Hubba blubbering. When you cry so hard, you blow a snot bubble out of your nose in the style of the 80s chewing gum, Hubba Bubba.
Oh my God.
You can create the visual on that.
Yeah, you really
know what
can.
it is.
Man.
I wonder if it's also pink.
I wouldn't think so.
I hope not.
That's quite awful. Lardvark is still my favorite, just for the record.
Okay.
Maybe we should rate her profanity.
Oh,
1 to
geez.
7. No.
Yeah.
What else? You got another one?
Last one. Kling-ons. Klingons.
Klingons. For all you Trekkies.
Winnets. Dangleberries. Anal hangers-on. Or one of numerous races of Star Trek aliens with bumpy foreheads.
Oh, God. Right now, Lynn is so glad she's not with us.
Yeah.
She gets so tired of the poopy reference.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, definitely. I still like the Lardvark the best.
Jeez.
That one's so cheeky and fun. It just makes me laugh.
And
whenever I
there are
picture it.
still 2 A's in it, as in Aardvark.
Oh,
it's
so that's like
Aardvark.
the very first thing in the Urban Dictionary or wherever it was.
No, it's with an L in front of it, though.
Oh,
Greg, wow. I can't believe
You
you're
know
drunk.
how
You haven't even
when
had...
I'm on the Tabasco,
It's all that salt.
It's the sodium that's doing it to
all
you.
bets
Salt
are
is
out.
messing with your brain.
Well, okay. We've put it off long enough. We've all had a tenth of a Bloody Mary with this stuff, and it's time to put our numeric scores on this using that very established and universal scale, 1 to 77, 1 being just the worst imaginable Bloody Mary, 77 being just perfect. Jack, do you want to throw a number? Give us your thoughts on it.
I'd give it an absolute 0. In fact, the Tabasco company owes me 2 goddamn shots of vodka. Because they have taken a salty shit in this glass right here, and I can't even touch it.
Oh my God. So that's a record. They made the record. They took us. Holy shit. Not good.
So those ice cubes I put in there versus croutons weren't helping any.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Absolute
Brad?
shit.
How do I follow that?
Okay, we're done. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
See you later. An 11.
You're going to go 11? Oh, so you like it more than Jack does.
An 11.
Yeah.
Because the creative use of salt.
Yeah. There is a salt problem, and they have to get rid of it
Oh my
somehow.
God. This is horrible. I mean, it couldn't be any worse.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Yeah, we got another one next week, and you never know.
Really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
11, and that's a gift.
Yeah. You're not feeling this one.
No.
Okay.
You know what?
Oh,
there are plenty of preservatives in this because I just see the bottle. It says Best By for April of 2019.
Oh,
no, there are no preservatives. It says shake
something's in
before
there.
use, refrigerate after opening, no preservatives or stabilizers added.
Well, it's stabilizing until April of 19. So
well, you know how they would pack meat across country? They would.
It's the salt.
Salt.
It's the salt.
that's disgusting.
That's their slogan. Like, remember when it was, "It's the economy, stupid." No, it's the
salt,
salt, dumbass. I think they got something here.
Wow, an 11.
You think that's a gift?
I'm gonna give it a 9, and that's only because they like literally all the ingredients are natural.
Sure.
It's a shelf store brand, like whatever major brand that does not have preservatives and weird things in it. I can't pronounce,
like
but
I
it
think
tastes
there's
like
a lesson
shit.
here.
So I'm giving them snaps for being all natural, but they suck.
Yeah.
It's ketchup in a bottle.
So what was your numeric rating?
A 9.
A 9. So a 0, an 11, and a 9. I feel a gravitational pull, but I had a number in mind before any of you guys spoke, and it was higher than that. But I don't want this to come off as me really liking it. But I was going to say 29.
Whoa!
Freaking mind.
But here's why. I'm having little flashbacks of being at home at lunchtime, and my older brothers were at school, and Mom made Campbell soup. You know, I mean,
So it's
that's
just
what
bringing
it's
back childhood memories.
Yeah.
Campbell soup, yeah.
About all it has going for it is that it's a bit like Campbell soup. I think if you heated this up and broke some crackers up in it and had a good beer chaser,
You might have lunch.
it might be worth the while. I don't know, but no,
the crackers.
not a
you'd-
big fan.
You'd be
Yeah,
adding
that
more
would be
salt.
adding insult to injury. But no, I've had.
sucking the moisture from my body.
You
Right?
could just feel it.
I have to drink gallons of water and lay in a pool of lotion.
Have a beer, maybe for now.
Drink your chaser. This is
No,
just
you know,
this is
I've-
disgusting.
God, Miller Lite is good.
I've had worse bloodies, but I don't remember when. I don't. Well, there you have it. You know, we shoot from the hip, and I always tell these companies, you know, we're not going to sugarcoat it. This was kind of
Or sodium cold it.
yeah, you can sodium coat it, but we're not going to sugarcoat it. But so there you have it. That is our special back to school edition. Our rating of Tabasco brand Bloody Mary mix.
So the moral of the episode is
Yes.
participate in the drinking games, but don't use this mix.
I
Right.
would not recommend
Yeah.
that. No,
No.
would not be a good look at all.
Definitely don't want to do this out of a beer bong.
Oh God,
No.
God help us.
yeah. You'd be on like hypertensive medicines for a couple of weeks coming down off of that one. That's a hangover you don't want. So next week, I'm really stoked. This UV challenge has got me all jacked up. I've already worked with one of the flavors. I don't want to say too much. We posted some stuff on Facebook and Instagram if you want to go look. So I'm pretty optimistic. I'm feeling fairly confident that I'll come up with a mix that you guys are going to like. But if we've learned anything at this table today, things can get rough and you never know. But I'm pretty excited, and a big shout out to UV Vodka for sending us that challenge. So in the meantime, if you want to keep up with us, we're on Facebook, My Big Fat Bloody Mary Podcast. We're on the web, mybigfatbloodymary.com. Hit us up on Twitter at My Big Fat Bloody Mary. We're on Instagram, Big Fat Bloody Mary, and Snapchat Big Papa. So until next time, thanks for tuning in.